Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host Jay. I'm here with my co-host Micah.
Hello, Jay. My son, singular. No more slip-ups. Is he goes to daycare?
Yes.
And these assholes at his daycare the other day sent him outside. You know, we can't go into the daycare because COVID policies and all that. So we call him and say, "Hey, this Maxwell's dad. Can you send him out?" And they're like, "All right, we'll send him out."
send me my son.
And they sent him out, and he had two bags in his hand, two Ziploc bags in his hand. And in those Ziploc bags were one, a cupcake, and two, a donut hole. And he's just screaming, "I want the cupcake. I want the donut. I want the cupcake. I want the donut." So I said, "All right, I'll give you one of them. Which one do you want?" It's like, "I want the cupcake."
Mistake, dude. Mistake.
Big mistake, right? Big mistake. And I'm like, "All right, you know, you're my boy. I'll give you a cupcake."
Because this is like 5:00 in the afternoon, yeah?
Yeah, this is in the evening.
Nah, yeah, that's too late.
And I give him the cupcake, and he was like, "That was good, Daddy." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Can I have the donut, please?" And, you know, we're in this phase where he's like demanding shit. And I have to tell him, no, when you want something, you say, please. And he asked for it and said, please, without me prompting him. And I'm like, well, shit, like I got to give it to him now because like, I want to encourage that type of behavior. Right.
No, you
so
don't.
My stupid ass gives him the goddamn donut hole.
Jesus. And
when he got home, I swear to God, it was like he was on fucking cocaine. Like he was just all over the fucking place.
Because he is. He fucking is.
I couldn't believe it. And my wife was like, what happened? And my stupid ass, I gave him a cupcake. She's like, what? And a donut. Like, are you crazy?
What time did he eventually come down?
He went to sleep. He went, come down. Forced down was more like it. He was forced down at his regular time, and he went to sleep around 10:45, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I was going to say, all right, I was going to guess 11. Yeah, that's about right. I made the mistake once of giving my daughter a full-size donut. That was like, I gave it to her, and I didn't think like she was going to eat it all. This was maybe, I don't know, 9 months ago, a year ago maybe, and I gave it to her, and she was in the back seat. We're in the car, and I gave it to her. I figured like she'd eat half, and then I'd drop it or whatever, and I'd get it back, whatever. No, she ate the whole thing, and like we dropped something off to my wife's job, and then we headed back home, and she literally, like, you know how my house is set up, right? So like, it's not open plan, but like the kitchen, like the way the kitchen and dining room and living room are set up, it's all just kind of one big circle with this like wall in between and doorways. And she was literally just running around it like a crazy, like, woo, 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 like just insane. I was like, oh, this was a mistake. And I was home with her alone. I was like, okay, so we're just gonna run it out. And it took like 3 hours for her to like run that energy down. It was fucking nuts.
Yeah. So moral of the story is, don't give your children anything that they want.
that's please is not enough. Yeah, no, that's about right. Nah, you don't. No, this is a super, like, Micah, your son is 3, my daughter is a little over 2.5 at this point. Like, this is the insane age. Like, they are literally crazy. They are fucking nuts. I long for the days when they calm down. Like, you can't. Yeah. Nah. My daughter's like. No.
Yeah, if I could just skip 2 to 4 from 2 to 4, and then like,
yep,
I think
5.
4 is
5.
just like
5. I would have 5, man. Fuck it. I don't trust them. No. 5. Yeah, some people are like, I wish my kid was 3 again. I'm like, No, you don't.
Nah, yo,
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Nah,
no, you don't.
They
You would have to be a fool to want to go through this again.
An idiot. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. A fucking idiot. Like a fucking idiot. Like a fucking idiot. No. And like the worst part is not only like doing it again, is somehow convincing another person to do it along with you, right? It's one thing to commit a crime and do something stupid. It's another thing to drag someone along for that same dumb move one more time. That's the definition of insanity, right?
I look, this is going to sound ridiculous, and this is going to make no sense to the people listening. I blame you and your family. And I'll tell you why, but I won't tell you on the show because it's like family stuff. But
right.
Like, no, you and your wife are the reason why. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah.
I appreciate that because it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me at all.
With your loving family and the kind words from all the thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll tell that story at some point. It's funny. All right. Yeah, they're insane. Checked out this week. I had the opportunity, and I think you did as well, watching more Boba Fett. I am now through 3 episodes. Did you finish the 3rd episode?
I did.
Okay.
I have some thoughts.
All right. I am very interested to hear your thoughts, because I have the belief that we are in a similar boat. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Boba Fett, since his inception, has always been overrated. Boba Fett in those first movies didn't do much, right? Didn't do anything. Boba Fett in this series is the exact same fucking character from those movies. I am not a fan of this. I am not a fan of this Boba Fett. In the words of Kobe Bryant, this Boba Fett is soft. He's soft, yo. He's soft. And I'm finding it real hard to give a shit. This should have been the Fennec show. This should have been the folder of Fennec. Like folder. Yeah. Fennec is an awesome character. She's a badass.
She's a
right?
badass.
She's an assassin, right? Boba Fett is so soft that she is becoming more soft.
Yeah,
hanging around this dude.
Yeah. So here's agreed, right? But I think I know why. And maybe I'm gonna like I'm not like turning the series off. I'm gonna watch it all the way through. But I think that they're about to give him a chance. At the end of this episode, they kind of were like, well, then we got to be ready to go to war, right? I'm like, all right, cool. All right. Now, when it's time to go to war, stop all this soft bullshit. But here's where I think this show makes a fundamental mistake. Boba Fett is a villain. Boba Fett is not a hero. And they are desperately trying to make him a hero like Mandalorian is a hero. Like, he's not. Like, everything we know about, like, Mando makes sense to, like, make into a hero because it's like, oh, he's got the fucking armor. Look, the reason why people like it is because it looks like the Boba Fett armor, and you're like, all right, that's dope, whatever. But they could tell their own story. Like, he shows up, yeah, he's a bounty hunter, but he's a good dude, right? Like, he has good tendencies.
He's a badass with a heart of gold, right?
Right.
Like, that's it. He's a badass with a heart of gold, not a fucking donut.
Right.
With a heart of jelly.
Right.
Like,
or a cupcake in a plastic.
Or a cupcake.
Right. So you could make him whatever you wanted to make him, and they made him into a hero, and people liked it, and it was great. And he's not soft. Like, he's a badass too, but he, like you say, he's a badass with a heart of gold. The problem with Boba Fett is everything we know about Boba Fett before this series is that Boba Fett is a villain. Boba Fett captures Han Solo. Boba Fett, like, Boba Fett is just like this badass. He fights Luke and all this other stuff. Like, he's a bad guy. And what they tried to do is, we're making a series about Boba Fett. Let's make Boba Fett a good guy. Let's make him this compassionate character. Boba Fett isn't seen previously as a compassionate character. He's a fucking ruthless bounty hunter. Just make him a ruthless bounty hunter. Like, stop trying to make him a nice guy. Oh, well, should I kill these people? Boba Fett isn't asking should he kill these people. He isn't thinking it over. He would just kill that guy. Like there's so many opportunities they take with like, should I or should I not do it? And then Fennec is like, I don't know, man. Like, you should probably kill that guy. And it's like, nah. Like the Wookiee that he lets go.
Yo,
he should have killed him.
No, you should have fucking killed him, yo. You should have fucking killed that guy, yo. You attack me while I'm taking a bath. You trying to Eastern promises me, yo? You trying to Eastern promises me? Nah, yo. Nobody Eastern promises me and tries to kill me with right. Like, get out of here, yo. Get out of here.
Yeah, like that's not the Boba Fett that we now. Nope. Look, I know that there's going to be people. Whoa, in the extended universe. I'm not talking about extended universe. I'm talking about the stuff that we've seen in the movies. I'm not talking about any extended universe.
The extended universe, according to Star Wars, the extended universe don't count anymore.
Right. So I'm talking about the Boba Fett that we have seen in the movies. Right. That Boba Fett is not letting that Wookiee walk. He's not. Or at best, okay. Like, look, they're the Hutts are like, I do with them whatever. Then they leave and you're like, look, I'm gonna either feed your ass to this fucking Rancor or you work for me. Like, at least have some badass moment, not just like, let him go. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you're supposed to be this tough guy.
I get it. Like, the character is gonna come back later, right? I get it. Right? Definitely. But at the same time, like, no, it doesn't. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Yeah. I'm not a fan of like when they were in the third episode when they were like, tell Fennec to suit up. We're gonna go see the mayor or whatever, right? And that little weasel ass Twi'lek was like, let me see if I can go get him. And Fennec was like, yeah, you better go get him or I'm gonna blow your fucking head off, right? And he rolled out, and Boba was like, well, don't you think that was a little harsh?
Right. Like, why would he say that? Like, why would he say that?
Yo, come on, man.
Yeah, they're trying desperately to make him into this nice guy hero. It's not necessary. We like Boba Fett as he is. Leave Mando as being the good guy. Let Boba, you're taking over for Jabba the Hutt. The whole point of that is that you are a ruthless asshole. That's the point of taking that over. Like, you can't show me the Boba Fett that we saw at the end of Mandalorian, who was a outright super badass. And you were like, yo, he just blew that ship up. That was amazing. And then he's like, don't you think it's a little harsh that we hurt that guy? Yes, do something harsh. That's the whole point.
That was some very harsh language you used there, Fennec. Like, come on, yo. Come on.
Yeah, right. It made no sense.
Man.
So
Jesus Christ.
So I'm hoping that they stop all of this nice guy bullshit. Like, that's not who that character is. That's not how that character's been presented for decades. The character has been presented as an absolute ruthless badass. So make him a ruthless badass. Yeah. I enjoyed the second episode much more. Like, cause I like that, like the idea of them like going back and showing like the Sand People shit that he was like learning how to be like working with them. I didn't mind that. Like that actually gave his character depth. But like, you can't have the third episode. He's got like these teenagers working for him. Like, that shit seems whack, It just seems whack.
Come on, yo. Like, he's gonna be the guy in the chair in his own fucking show. And he's got like you said, he's got I get like trying to think things over, right? Like some dude comes and is like, well, kids are stealing from you, right? Like, you go over there, you figure out what the situation is. But like, right. I just don't know, man. I'm a little disappointed. Like, the show is very well produced. It's well acted. It just really wasn't what I was expecting. No, I don't know if I'm going to stick around.
Look, I'm gonna stick around because I trust that they understand the character, but I'm hoping that they don't continue this line. Like, at some point you got to let this guy cut loose. You got to let this guy cut loose.
Like, I just,
he doesn't have any. You know what it is? He doesn't have any enemies. All of his enemies are like political enemies. He's not a politician, Like, he got to fight the Wookiee, right? And then he was getting his ass hand it to him because again, this dude was coming out of the bath. Like he didn't even have his armor on. That was fucked up. That's rude.
Cock and balls hanging out and shit. Like
yo,
can I? The fuck?
Yo, give me a chance to put my helmet on. Let me get decent, and then we can throw down. Like, but that fight should have been more than just him getting his ass kicked. And I'm even okay with him getting his ass kicked. But that ending of their relationship at this point is just kind of fucking weak. Like it was just kind of weak.
He got his ass kicked. Had to call a bunch of hoodlum teenagers to come help him. Fennec had to come and clean up his fucking mess again. Had to get help from a bunch of stupid teenagers. And while he was, and you know what he was doing when they were done, when the real work was done by Fennec and the crew, that dude was just getting his bathrobe on. It's not like he was loading up his armor and shit, trying to like, all right, I gotta get back out there in the fight. Nah, yo, he was putting a bathrobe on. Yeah. He dried himself off, right? he fucking put some deodorant on, right? And then he put a bathrobe on. Like, come on, man. Like, be ready to fight, yo. Come out and be ready to fight, yo. This dude tried to Easter promises you, man. Man. And you just gonna let him just, all right, yo. All right.
Yeah, I really want them to stop trying to make him into a nice guy. He's not supposed to be a nice guy, dude.
He's really not, yo.
He's not.
I'd have fucking shot Chukembe Mutombo right in his fucking head, yo. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
I can't.
Like, I would have at least played that scene differently. Like, hey, you see this Rancor? I will fucking feed him. You motherfucker! Unless you come on my trail.
He got a Rancor, and Danny Trejo is like telling him about the Rancor and shit, and this badass Boba Fett is like, oh no, I think he liked it. Like,
right?
Yo,
I was like, what is this?
What am I doing? What are we doing, yo? Right. What are we doing?
Like I can't. Like they even sort of nice guide the Rancor. It's like, oh, they're actually really nice animals when you're not being a
not being
attacked. It's a fucking Rancor, dude. Like it's a Rancor. The whole point of that animal is that it will rip your fucking arms off. Like
they treated Rancor like they do. They treated the Rancor like they do Clifford the Big Red Dog, yo.
Right.
And I just can't. I don't know if this is it, man. I don't know if this is it. You're gonna have to watch episode 4 and tell me whether or not I should watch.
All right, that's fair.
I don't think I can, man. Jesus.
Like every week, is he still a nice guy? Yeah, I'm not watching it.
He's still a bitch. Is he still overrated? Even the show is just like, nah, yo, ain't nobody afraid of you.
Yeah, right. Like the show, right? The show is saying that, which tells me like maybe they are playing this up on purpose to like push the character to the limit, right? Like, and that could be the way they're writing it, and I'm okay with that. Like, if they have a plan, then they have a plan. But at this moment, it seems like people on the show are like, "Hey, are you a bitch?" and like you're just taking it. Like that's not okay. Like I feel like that's a level of disrespect I'm not okay with. So yeah, at this point, I'm not blown away by Boba Fett. I have to admit, like that third episode really sealed the deal. I was like,
that was it for me, man.
I was just like, this doesn't feel like appointment television to me, right? Like where the Mandalorian felt like appointment television, the Marvel movies or Marvel shows feel like appointment television. This does not for me.
No,
and I'm kind of bummed because I feel like this one, even above the Mandalorian, this one they should have nailed pretty goddamn easily.
It's my own fault for getting excited for something with Boba Fett in it. It's my own fault. Overrated ass. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, it's not going well for old Boba Fett. Like it's not going well. All right, science and tech this week. This is a pretty interesting story. Apple may be getting in the glasses game. Apparently, Apple Glass Apple has done a patent on some sort of Apple Glass thing, right? These are like regular, like wearable glasses, and the idea is that they would be used perhaps in gaming, right? Or a prototype for sort of like a VR set that you wear, because obviously a lot of VR sets, if you have prescription glasses, you can't use it, right? Like there's no space. But this idea is pretty cool. What they're basically proposing in this in this design is that the glasses themselves, the actual glass, not the frame, actually is like multiple layers of glass that change depending on what your prescription is. Like it reads I guess it kind of reads your eye and sees how your eye actually views the image, and it changes on the fly to give you a clear look when you're playing like VR games and shit. That's amazing, dude. Like that's some pretty amazing technology.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. The superficialness in me is like I really don't like the Wayfarer design. Like I know it's a classic design, but I hope that
I like the Wayfarer design because I am a person of high taste. I'm a high value male, as they say.
I don't like the Wayfarer design because I have a very long head.
Yeah, it's not a good look for you.
It's not a good look for me. I need like aviators to like really like fit the proportions of my head. You know?
Well, and to sort of cut your large head into thirds, right? Like one.
Yeah,
two.
exactly.
1/3, 1/3, 2/3, right? But yeah, no, I mean, like the design of these is like they're like overly flat, which is a little weird. But this is just like a prototype.
It's a prototype. I get it.
But yeah, no, I think but the technology behind this is really cool. It says the electrodes are used to apply power to the optical material, adjusting its phase profile and therefore how it allows light to pass through. Multiple layers of electrodes can be used with three or more orientations, allowing for a layer to be adjusted very precisely depending on what corrections to vision are required. The system could also use eye tracking to provide a more advanced adjustment to the user's vision. Specifically, it could adjust the lens at the point where it intersects with the user's line of gaze. The patent offers that conditions such as presbyopia could make such an arrangement useful, as the system can correct for deficiencies in a user's ability to focus on an object at a distance by applying distinct optical power. Apple reckons limiting the extent of the adjustment can reduce these disorienting visual sensations caused by changes in magnification. Look, that all sounds very technical, but all I can think of is the ability of on the fly, like, enhance, right? Like you're playing Call of Duty and you like focus on something in the distance and it zooms in on that, right? Or it clarifies it. We're blurring the foreground and sort of making crystal clear something in the background. That's pretty fucking neat. Like if you could hone in on shit like that, that'd be awesome. Also, outside of video games, like,
yeah, I was about to say
that's
like,
amazing.
This has to have applications for just regular old walking around, right? Like to be able to essentially zoom in, or maybe not even zoom in, but like get clarity on things when you're walking around. Like if you're nearsighted or farsighted, the glasses on, command could adjust if you need to see something at a far sight if you are nearsighted. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't think we're that far off from things like that. Like just being able to get generic prescription glasses that could actually go in and be like, okay, this is where, this is how your gaze is, and change it on the fly for you. I don't think we're that far off. 20 years, 15 years, I don't know.
Oh, I don't even think it's that far.
Probably right. I mean, if Apple is looking at it for like gaming, right? Like,
right.
Once that technology is out there, like that's a wrap, dude. Like that would be incredible. Like, and just enhancing just regular Joe's vision, right? Like not even somebody who needs glasses, because like, or you just like, oh, well, I've turned 40 and I need readers, and you could just like zoom in. You don't need bifocals and trifocals all in the same lens. It could just like you just look at a book and it would zoom in, right? Like it would like focus the lettering in the book, and if you look up, like it would defocus and go back. Like I don't know, that would be pretty amazing. So,
yeah.
Yeah, look, shout out to Apple. I mean, it says Apple is currently believed to be working on a series of head-mounted devices, starting with VR or AR headsets that could launch in 2022. It could be then. It could then be followed by smart glasses with AR capabilities, which is what we're talking about, known as Apple Glass, which could land as early as 2025. Okay, 2025 will be here before you know it. It's only 3 years.
Yeah,
so
3 years.
Yeah, that's nothing. I mean, like, doesn't Fantastic Four come out in 2024? Like,
something like that. Yeah.
That's how I mark time. is by Marvel movies. I want to say, it's 2-3 years. It's not a big deal. Incidentally, they say to be starting casting for Fantastic Four now.
Oh my God! All right, look,
buddy.
Let me tell you, folks. If they don't cast John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, it's going to be okay.
Yeah,
it's going to be okay.
Yeah,
it's going to be fine.
They don't miss on casting, dude. They don't.
That's one thing that I will, that I will absolutely that is almost a spotless record is casting.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not spotless, and they correct it in the second movie.
And it's corrected.
Right. And they're like,
the blunders they have, they correct toot sweet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I want as much money as the lead. You sure? You're fired.
How's that working out for you now?
Mm-hmm. And look, I don't care what anybody. Oh, he was great in that movie. No, he wasn't. Also,
he was fine. He was fine.
I honestly thought he was the weakest part of it. And I don't think he's a terrible actor, but Don Cheadle is a better actor. That is not a question.
Don Cheadle is a far better actor.
Right. And Don Cheadle's like
Don Cheadle get ready to get TV money from this shit.
That's right. He's gonna be the lead in Armor Wars. See what happened? Shut your ass up. You could have been doing Armor Wars. Now look at you. What you doing? Huh? Empire? No. I don't know what he's doing now. And I don't care because fuck that guy. Although I'd like him to come back for the Best Man whatever series, because
Chronicles or whatever.
Whatever. He's hilarious in that series. Like he is. Like he's perfect for that series. I'll give him all the credit in the world for that. All right. Topics this week.
The director behind the record-breaking Spider-Man No Way Home has joined the creative team behind New Line's relaunch of the best horror franchise ever.
Says you, yeah.
Final Destination. Look, I love Final Destination. It knows exactly what it is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
it does.
And it does it not. The first one was great, right? Like it took itself very seriously, right? It took itself very seriously. The second one is like, yo, let's just have fun, right? Mm-hmm. And the third one was like, let's just put one out there. And then the fourth one was like 3D. Someone's gonna die from an escalator.
Wait, which one is it? Number 2, where that's the one they get like the logs hit like on the highway.
Yep. And you don't drive behind any big ass trucks with logs behind them, do you? That's right, because that is how much that movie has affected the zeitgeist.
Well, I never did that anyway because I thought that's exactly what would happen, which is why they did the idea, because somebody was like, "Ooh, that's dangerous. Don't do that." But and then at some point, doesn't like a piece of glass fall out of a building and like smash someone into goo
and smash a kid into goo? Yeah, man.
Yeah. That was the second one.
It was a kid. Like it was a preteen. Oh, God, I love that fucking franchise.
The first 2 movies are fucking nuts. I really like the first movie. I actually had that on DVD. Was it Devin Sawa?
Where you had the one kid had the ladder fucking fall into his eyes and shit. The fifth movie is also very, very good. If you enjoy the first one and the second one, you should watch the fifth one. Okay. The third one and the fourth one, they're like they're like the CW versions of Final Destination.
That seems about right.
You don't really need to watch those, but 1, 2, and 5 are amazing. Now, John Watts has boarded the project simply titled Final Destination 6 as a producer. He also wrote the treatment for the story of what will be an HBO Max original release, so I don't even have to go to the fucking theater to watch it. Fuck
no,
yes.
You don't. No, you don't.
Are they on HBO Max?
I honestly wouldn't be shocked by that if they were.
The guy who, the people who wrote Ready or Not, and who worked on the new Scream movie, are writing the screenplay. Have you seen Ready or Not?
That's the woman getting married or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I have not seen. That's with the Margot Robbie, like great value
with,
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Samara Weaving.
Yeah,
Hugo Weaving's like niece or something like that. Let me tell you something, Terrence saw this, and he's the reason I watched it. Ready or Not is fucking amazing.
Really?
And
good, huh?
It's really, really good. Like, you would really enjoy it.
I don't doubt it. Like I feel like I would. That feels correct to me.
Yeah, if you enjoyed Don't Look Up, you'll enjoy Ready or Not.
Okay. All right. Is that on HBO Max? I think it is.
If it is, you should really watch it. Maybe not. Maybe don't watch it with Shada, your wife.
Hell no, dude. You're not gonna watch. No, she ain't not gonna watch any kind of horror movie. Are you kidding me? I didn't tell you. I got her to watch Parasite recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's not.
Yeah, but she a chicken. She worse than me. She worse than me. It's ridiculous. She loved it. She thought it was great.
Good. I actually really want to watch. I really want to see this new Scream movie, because I like Scream also, but I don't want to go to the theater to see it.
Well, there's a lot of talk that it's not very good.
I mean, so was 3 and 4 and 2. Like,
okay, I was gonna say, like, since the first one, like, I like the first one just fine, but like, other than that, like, I don't give a shit about that franchise. And look, I
like it enough to want to watch it.
No, no, dude. And that's you like what you like. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at people who like it. It's just not like some people. Like Cam was saying, Cam, who's in the fan group, like, he loves that franchise. Like, that's just a franchise he grew up with, and he just loves it. And I get it. It's just not one that, like, ever grabbed hold of me. So, look, you like it. Everybody likes it.
It was one of my first experiences with, like, meta story
commentary. Yeah, that's fair.
It's about movies. You know what I mean?
It is. Those guys are obsessed.
It's fucking awesome. No, Final Destination is not on HBO Max, which sucks, because I would legit watch a Final Destination movie marathon. Because the kills are incredibly inventive, and and yeah, man. So yeah, go ahead, and watch Final Destination, or if you want to just kind of get to the good stuff, there has to be, like, YouTube supercuts of all the deaths.
100%.
Watch those. Those are great. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
All right.
Okay. Michael Bay, Gareth Evans, and Patrick Hughes are teaming up on a reimagining of Gareth Evans' The Raid for Netflix.
Cool.
Question mark? Look, speaking of bad movies that I like,
all right, thank you.
Movies. I like Michael Bay movies, yo, and I will watch this. I know exactly what, like, I see people online and they're just like, oh, we don't need this, and this is gonna be trash. Yeah, it is.
It's a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, of course. Like what? Like are you going in expecting it not to be? Just so you can be disappointed? Like, I don't understand.
Look. People are not gonna like what I'm about to say. That's why I'm gonna say it. The Raid's not that great. As a movie, it's not. It's a great series of action moments, series of like fucking amazing fights. As a movie, no, it's not. It's not. Like, I watched it and I was like, I'm largely bored. Like, oh, all right, that guy kicked that guy's ass. That was awesome. And it's like, all right, let's do some talking. No, stop it. Like, everything in between the kicking and punching is crap. So if Michael Bay can actually create a story, then that's fine. I don't look right. Is it possible? The Raid is just not as a movie. It's not that great. It's not.
No.
So there's plenty. There's plenty of room to make a real movie. You just look. The only thing is, I don't want to see a bunch of like white guys doing a bunch of shitty fight choreography. Hire some people who know what the fuck they're doing. The fact that Gareth Edwards or what's his name, Gareth Evans is working on this. Obviously, he did the original. Like, the fact that he's working on this with them bodes well as far as the fighting, because the fighting is what got people so fucking hyped for it. Bay can do enough to craft a story to keep you remotely interested, and that's all you need. The two of them working together, that's probably going to work out fine. But like, is it going to be ridiculous? Yeah, of course. That's why you get Michael Bay.
I imagine that Michael Bay's contribution would just be more explosions.
Yeah, Bay him.
And you know, an American SWAT team. You know what I mean? Like, but do you think they'll still keep the idea of them trapped in a building?
Yeah, of course. Yep.
I guess so. Yeah, because that's kind of like the whole hook of it. But you know, and Dredd did it. And I enjoyed Dredd, but again, it's not. I don't enjoy it for the story. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy it for what's his name's performance as Judge Dredd.
Yeah. Carl Urban.
Yeah, Carl Urban's performance. But
I love that movie, but it ain't for the story. Like, it's not. The story is basic as
exactly.
shit. It's basic.
It's the raid. It's Judge Dredd and his partner are stuck in a building with Lena Headey as the crime boss. Like, that's
all it is. That's it. And every floor they go up, it gets more and more dangerous.
Every level they go up, it gets more and more dangerous. So,
it's actually it's the game Kung Fu from Nintendo, right? You had to fight Mr. X at the top, but like, it's not different. So it, like, to me, yeah, I never understood like the raid is mind blowing. It's not mind blowing. The fights are mind blowing. The fights are great. It's not a great movie, and that's okay. Like, there is a difference. Like, but as a movie, no. Come on, knock it off. It could be a bunch of YouTube clips as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'll see it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Like I said, I'll watch Michael Bay. I know exactly what I'm going into for a Michael Bay movie. Like, all you people who are like, this is gonna be bad. Like, fuck off. Like, you know what this is. Look, stop pretending that.
Look, let me tell you something right now. Ambulance, I know exactly what movie I'm getting.
I know exactly what type of movie that is. And I know exactly what I'm going to get from it.
And you know what? I know exactly how much fun I'm going to have, and it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that movie. I can't wait. I'm not risking COVID, so I'll catch it when it comes on streaming. But no, absolutely. Ambulance? Fuck yes. Yeah, that's exactly. Look, I'll see any Michael Bay movie pretty much guaranteed, except for those Transformers movies. Like, I'm not watching those. No.
Yeah. Six Underground was garbage, but I had a really good time playing around in that garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was goddamn ridiculous. Oh, move the cranes around. Like, all right. This is dumb. It was dumb when they did it in Spider-Man, and it's dumb now. So yeah, it's yeah, it was stupid, but I had a blast with it. So yeah, Michael Bay doing the Raid. It's fine. Whatever.
Speaking of stupid, David Ramsey, who plays John Diggle on the CW's Arrow, I always hated that name, man.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I always hated that name. Why didn't they just make him Jon Stewart? Yo, why?
I don't know. And then like implied like maybe he got the ring at the. I was like, all right, just I changed my last name from Diggle to Stewart. Don't do that.
Just shut up. David Ramsey, who played John Diggle on the CW's Arrow, is attached to star in the new Arrowverse series titled Justice U. According to Variety, Diggle will have a starring role in Justice U. The project, which is currently in development at the CW, sees Diggle recruiting and educating 5 young metahumans to become heroes while they live at university.
Why do people write? Is this person British? Why are you writing it like that? It's weird. Anyway, go ahead.
No, that was me. I'm sorry. Living at a university.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm like, stop. I hate when Americans do that. It's annoying.
No additional casting information was provided. Look, I think we have finally jumped the shark on all of these teen dramas with superheroes. I think this is finally it.
So here's the thing. I want to agree with you. But I want to read something. Let me see if I can find sort of a log line description of this. Oh fuck. I don't know that I can. But remember there's a Boys spinoff? And the Boys spinoff was a bunch of young metahumans all like getting crazy together. It's a
Herogasm?
No. Herogasm. No. Herogasm is a offshoot story of the original Boys comic. I mean a spinoff of the Boys show. Like they're doing in the Boys universe, but it's a young young team, right? And the description is very similar. And I think this is the CW's way of getting that out there before the Boys do it. Because basically the Boys came in and ate a lot of people's lunch, right? Like as far as superhero television, because it's like, one, it's better than everything else for the most part. But yeah, it's like following the success of Amazon's The Boys, a spin-off series is in the works centered around a younger generation of supes. So I'm trying to find out. The spinoff helmed by Agent Carter's showrunners that will explore the lives of hormonal, competitive supes as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the best contracts in the best cities. Part college show, part Hunger Games, with all heart, satire, and raunch of The Boys. So I think this is the CW's attempt at trying to get to the gold first. Here's the thing. I don't care. Because I'm not watching this, because I'm not watching any more CW shows. They're all the same. If you want to watch it, that's great. More power to you. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, they really have, and look, it works for them. But they really have just taken
more on that later.
They really have just taken all of their, teen drama shows and just threw like a superhero coat of paint on them.
That's it.
And look, I get it. You got to strike while the iron is hot with this superhero stuff. But like, it's stuff like this that I think that causes fatigue for me. And it's weird because it doesn't really cause fatigue for me because I don't watch it. But I don't know, the fact maybe I'm just a hater. But the fact that it's out there bothers me.
The fact that it's out there, maybe I'm just a hater. I hate it. Like,
I just don't want it to exist. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
I'm a hater, guys.
Yeah, I don't care about this. Like, I don't. But I do think you're right. Like, I do think it does diminish what what this genre is like in its entirety, right? Like when you just throw in garbage out there, eventually people go, oh, it's all garbage, and they stop paying attention to the quality stuff that actually is out there, which is like one of my issues with DC. It's like you can't just throw a bunch of bullshit at the wall to see what works. Like, take your time, make good things. The more you do that, the more people want to watch, the better you have a competition with Marvel. You guys keep trying to maneuver each other and do better and better and better things. That's how the genre survives. Throwing out just a bunch of bullshit is how Westerns died, basically, right? Like, you had the great stuff, and then you just had a bunch of cheap spaghetti Westerns until everyone was like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, last up, another Mandalorian spinoff starring Bo-Katan is coming to Disney Plus, and it is starring Katie Sackhoff, who originally voiced the role. All right, I'm fine with that. I watched enough. I haven't finished the Clone Wars, but I know enough about Bo-Katan that I would be interested in this, and I'm telling you right now, it will be better than the Book of Boba Fett. It will be.
That's rude. Rude.
Also, I used to have a thing for Katie Sackhoff. I don't know why, but I used to have a thing for Katie Sackhoff.
She's like a nerd icon. Like, I get it. She's like a nerd icon.
I think it was when I started watching Battlestar, right? And I think that's when everybody did it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah, like, I like Katie Sackhoff. She's got a big face. She's got big facial features. And
I'm a fan of that. Big
faces and big facial features.
To be honest, I mean, I thought she was good as Bo-Katan. She was kind of a badass.
She should be. It's her. You know what I mean? Like, every iteration of that character is her.
Right. So, like, I think that's pretty cool. I'm a little worried though. Like, I have to tell you, are they getting ready to do the thing that we complain about with the Skywalkers of everything is about the Skywalkers? There's other parts of the universe, and they're like, cool. Everything is like the Mandalorian, all of it. And it's like, well, but no, what we meant was like, there are other things. Like, you don't have to do just this. So I'm worried that they're going to mine too much of this, right? Like, they were supposed to do that show with, what's her stupid face? Gina Carano. Like, she was supposed to have, the Rangers show. But then she was like, I don't know, man, maybe the Holocaust is not cool or whatever. Like, don't take the vaccine. And they were like, your ass is fucking fired. So they put that on hold, it looks like, which I would have just recast her. Like, who cares, right? Like, just recast the character.
Cares.
Like, people are like, oh, no, create a new character. Or create a new character. Who gives a shit? This is a totally new thing. Like, just get on with it. I didn't think, like, it's Gina Carano. Spoiler alert, you could find an actress as good as her. Probably a lot better. I don't know. Pick up a rock and throw it at someone. She sucks, right? She's not a great actress. And now she's going to be in a Ben Shapiro movie. I'm sure that'll be great. Fucking pretty dullard. So, like, I feel like they need to move out from this. And I'm cool with it. Like, they also should bring back what's her face from wrestling, who was like her right hand.
Oh, she probably will come back.
Yeah. Dude, those helmets look so fucking dope. Like, the different designs on the Mandalorian helmets, they looked awesome. Like, yeah, like, have a series with those two. Like, fuck yes, bring her back. I mean, maybe she's there full time, maybe she's not, whatever. I don't know. But, like, I know that episode where they were on it, they were kicking ass. Like, they were fucking cool as shit to watch. And it's like, every Mandalorian you've seen before them, like, in like live action, have been men who've always been like, look bulkier. But like, there was something like very cool about the design of like smaller women, like, because they were more agile. Like, they were more hand to hand fighters than just like blasters and shit. They just came off like more like ninjas in a way. So it's kind of cool to see. So yeah, I'm here for it. Do your thing.
I didn't even think about it. Of course, Sasha Banks is going to be in this, right?
I hope so. I hope so.
they're mining. They're getting ready. This is the future of Star Wars. Once they kind of burn through like this era that we're in, this is next, right? Like this High Republic stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
is that pretty good?
I mean, it's entertaining enough for me to want to keep reading it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I like the characters. It's a little more inclusive, so a certain sect of people are like, why is there a black person in it? Why is there a woman in it? What?
What are we even doing? Like, all right, relax. Why doesn't everyone look white like me?
Why isn't everyone a white guy? Why is the white guy the hero? I mean, the white guy is the hero. He's literally in the center of the fucking book.
Yeah, but he's flanked by a black.
He's flanked by a black dude and someone coded black, a coded black female. So, no.
No thanks. Will not read. Spoiler alert, people who think like that probably don't read anything at all. So it's fine. They're fucking dumb. Yeah, look, the High Republic, it makes sense. Like, go a different direction, right? Because that's like 300 years into the future or something like that.
It's like, no, it's like 200 years into the past.
Oh,
before all the Skywalker stuff, where when Jedi were just like walking around like, like cops and shit.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, they were ubiquitous back then. But yeah, that'll be the future. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm looking forward to the here and now. Not the book of Boba Fett.
Come on now.
No. Fuck Boba Fett. Fuck Boba Fett forever, yo. I hate that guy. I do, man.
That just feels wrong. That feels
I'm
wrong.
a hater, yo. Fuck him.
Yeah, it's clear that you're a hater. That part is very clear.
Very much so.
Hate on this. Cal Dodd, the original voice of Wolverine from X-Men, the animated series, is back in the booth, confirming his return as the original voice of Wolverine in the Marvel Studios' upcoming animated series X-Men 97. Not only that, but Katie Kelly Holly is back doing Rogue again. Which is pretty dope.
Man, you about to get a bunch of people all hot and bothered with Rogue being back.
Yeah. Look,
calling people sugar. Hey, sugar! Like, oh man.
Look, I got to tell you, this is such a great idea from Disney. Like this is how you do nostalgia right? Like you're bringing these people back. They got a new animation team. The animation designs that woman who's head of animation for this put out, they looked super good. You got the original voice actors back, some of them. That's great. Like nostalgia hitting at 100%. Like I that works for me. It super works for me. So
also you can kind of test out. Put the feelers out there for how to approach your X-Men film franchise when you get ready to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Also, like, I don't think this is going to be completely disconnected. If I'm being honest, I think it's going to be. Well, I guess it's kind of going to be. At least my theory is that it's going to be similar to what If was, right? Like you said, you kind of get to workshop things.
Yeah.
Like what designs work. I mean, though animated versus live action can be vastly different. But like workshopping just story ideas, right? Like that might be, I mean, it is very clear that the Doctor Strange stuff was being workshopped to some degree in What If to what you're getting in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it, man. I think it's dope. I want to see what those designs look like. Like did her actual design that she came up with, is that going to be what they go for?
Yeah, I hope so. People love the X-Men. I like the X-Men. People love the X-Men.
Mhm.
I think the X-Men is a little too convoluted for me, but I like the idea of the X-Men. And
Right.
and I mean, who don't like Storm, right? Like Storm. Yo, sidebar, Storm. I took a couple pictures of Storm, and I wanted to get like reference material. So I just tried to like figure out what Storm is up to, and she's like the queen of Mars, and like
Okay.
she had like Doctor Doom was on like Mars for some fucking reason. He was like, "Yo, who I demand to speak to the manager of Mars," right? And it's like, where's he at? And here comes Storm, like, nigga, I'm the fucking queen of Mars, bitch.
I'm your
Like,
manager.
what you gonna do? Right? What you gonna do about it?
Right.
And she's like, they've made Storm so overpowered that she's practically a god at this point.
I
Like, and
mean,
I know people are like, "Oh, she's a goddess. She's a goddess."
not literally, not
No,
literally.
quite literally a god at this point. Like, I say all that to say that when they do this X-Men movie, whoever they cast, I mean, one, it's gonna make you a super duper star, and two, you better understand the gravity of the role that you're being chosen for.
Look, I already told you. Number one choice is DeWanda Wise. Knock it off. Knock it off.
Look,
Knock it off.
I agree. You know what? I don't have anything else to say. I agree.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yo, knock it off, yo. That woman is a very good actor. She is. Two, she's a knockout. She's a knockout.
I think she can convey the authority that Storm commands. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the important thing, right? Like, Storm can't be like, they can't use Storm like they did in those other movies for like cloud cover. You know?
Nah, yo, she gotta. Nah, she gotta be a force to be reckoned with, man.
We need people to. We need for when shit. We need Storm to just not be in the movie for a lot of it, because if she is in it, like, the movie's over.
Right, yo, her powers are
like
insane.
Storm needs to be like Captain Marvel, coming in like Captain Marvel at the end of Endgame. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you can't just have her around like, oh, we're gonna take on the X-Men, like, tornado, nigga, tornado. Like, knock it off. Hey, we're done here, yo. Like, yes, I know she's an Omega level mutant, but like, her powers, like people forget, like, her powers are really undersold in those movies. Like, yeah, she brought down a couple of tornadoes in like X-Men 2 when they were flying or whatever. Nah, yo, she's a terrifying character. Yo. She's a terrifying character.
Is, yo. Like, Storm can't naturally fly. Like, that's her using pocket air currents to make herself fly.
Right.
She's doing that to herself. She could just be like, get out of here. And then just blow everybody away with the fucking wind, yo. Like,
right. Like, nah, yo, sure, her powers are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, I was, I forget who I was talking to. Oh, I was talking to, I can't, Daryl, who is, a listener of the show. He's also a podcaster. I'm trying to remember the name of his podcast. I apologize. I'll plug it in a second. But him and I were going back and forth on Twitter, and I was saying, like, one of the things I want to see, like, that we've never gotten in those X-Men movies is, like, with Wolverine, for instance, like, we never got him going toe to toe with Omega Red, which to me is one of my favorite, like, small villains, especially in the Wolverine part of the universe. Like, just have that guy doing his thing, whatever. He's hanging out with the X-Men. He's, doing whatever, and for some reason he has to go to Russia, and then, like, he just has to go toe to toe with this guy for some reason. Like, who don't want to see it? Who doesn't want to see a Marvel level design of Omega Red going against Wolverine, like Marvel's version of these two characters? Like it's the same with Storm, right? Like, who doesn't want to see Storm fully realized and treated with the actual respect that character deserves? Because at a certain point, there's going to be too many X-Men that you're going to have to break them out into the gold and blue team. Like, you have to. And you got Cyclops leading one team, and you got Storm leading another. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, that woman has gotten no respect over at Fox. No respect. One, they had Halle Berry playing her. Yes, Halle Berry, very beautiful. Terrible job as Storm. Like, just terrible. Now, granted, not given a lot to work with. So, I would just prefer that they actually pick somebody who can carry the gravitas of that role and really fucking deliver on it. So, DeWanda Wise is my choice. Who was supposed to play Photon at one point, but she couldn't. So, she's still available.
There you go.
So, next up, come on, docket. Weta is on board to do the visual effects for the upcoming Aliens FX series. I thought this was pretty dope. Obviously, Weta is really good at special effects. I don't know if people have heard of them. But yeah, they're throwing Disney's throwing big money at Weta to create new xenomorphs and do more alien work for Aliens FX show, not even a movie, which bodes well for the quality of that show. Look, I feel like this is probably where Aliens needs to go. I think Ridley Scott is out of ideas, or at least he has a bunch of really bad ones. I watched Alien Covenant. Not good. I don't think we need any more Alien versus Predator movies because PG-13 is stupid to put those two characters in. Just give me a good Aliens series. Like, each season is a different story. Or I think maybe the talk was that each episode is like an anthology kind of thing. I'm also okay with that because you can't just play the same long form story over a number of seasons. That feels kind of silly. Just get off the goddamn planet. But like, just leave. Oh, they're killing people. All right, get in the ship. Let's get the fuck out of here. Why are we sticking around? But this, if I think earlier reported it was that it was going to be an anthology series. If that's how they're going to play it, I think that's dope. Like, change the years around, change the people who go and see the aliens, all that shit. Yeah, that sounds good.
It's got to be an anthology. You're right. It has to be an anthology. It has to be like American Horror Story, where you can use the same players, right? Feel free to use the same players.
Oh, I like that.
You got to put them in different. You got to put them in different situations, because that's what makes this. That's what would make this interesting, right? Like, you can't have the same, aliens in like cold, sterile environments. Like, that's the fun, right? Like, what would happen if the xenomorph character was in a setting that is a little more modern, to like a setting that is more grounded in a sense of reality,
right?
Like, what if he's what if that thing is trapped in like a school or something? You know what I mean?
That's a little dark. A little dark, isn't it? What if it's murdering children? All right. Jesus.
All right. College. Fine.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Community college.
Better. No. Rich kid college. That feels
even better.
Yeah.
Fuck those rich people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious. Me being a long time Aliens
right, seeing Aliens for the first time like a year ago. You're like, this movie's gonna be shit, and you watch, you're like, yo, this movie's kind of amazing. Like, yeah, no, it's good.
No, I said this movie really borrowed a lot of elements from Halo.
yeah, exactly. It stole all of its ideas. Yeah, look, I am definitely intrigued. I'm hoping for something good. I think this franchise is overdue for a mega hit. Is basically my thought. This is kind of an interesting story. The death of Sidney Poitier leaves an interesting situation for the Academy Awards. Now, that's me editorializing the headline. But Variety had a really interesting article about losing Sidney Poitier. Reminds us that only 4 black men have ever won the Best Actor award, right?
Jesus.
Which is crazy, right? That's 4. That's Sidney Poitier, Jamie Foxx, Denzel Washington, and
I can't remember the 4th.
Who's the 4th? Fuck, I can't remember. Did I say Jamie Foxx? Forrest Whitaker for Last King of Scotland. So, I mean, like, that is, one, losing Sidney Poitier was a huge, I mean, he lived a great life. I mean, he didn't, like, die young or anything. He lived an amazing life. But it does let people know, like, he was the first black male star, like, superstar. Like, he was. And that's crazy, right? Like, movies have been around for a really long time. So that all being said, only 4 black male actors have won. There is a likelihood, and this is why I editorialized the headline that I did. There is a likelihood that you will get 2 black men as Oscar contenders for Best Actor this year. Denzel Washington and Will Smith. Boy, does Will Smith have a bad fucking luck, dude.
He does, man.
Dude,
he does.
Of all the years to put that movie out, and it's fucking great, to go against Denzel Washington in Macbeth. Like, come on, man. And this feels like the movie Denzel should win for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, him winning for Training Day feels insulting to me. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It is insulting to me. It doesn't feel insulting. It is.
And you know why he won it? He won it because I believe that was an anniversary of when Sidney Poitier won it.
Yep.
And it felt like pandering.
Well, and it's also it was double pandering that year because that was the same year Halle Berry won it.
Yep.
And that's why that's why I wrote what I wrote. Because do you pick one of those 2 guys over another actor who is not black because this is the year Sidney Poitier won, and it's done all over again, right? It feels tainted, right? Because both of those guys definitely are going to deserve it. Like I don't doubt it.
Yeah, Sidney Poitier died, which means he's going to be in the in memoriam.
Yep.
And everyone's going to be like having this emotion. Look, Macbeth comes out tomorrow as we tape. And
dude, I am dying to see this.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Like you said, I feel real bad for Will Smith. I really do.
Of all the years, man, like, why didn't you put this out last year? Jesus Christ. Of all the years, man. Because look, I like Will Smith, and I thought he was phenomenal in King Richard. I really did. And I'm rooting for him, man. Like, if he wins, I'd be so happy. But, nigga, it's Denzel Washington and Macbeth. Yo, come on, man. Like, what am I going to do? I'm rooting for you, Will. It's an uphill battle, my nigga. Like, it is, yo. The only thing that might save you is that Denzel Washington already has one.
Yeah, and the whole politics of it all. You know what I mean? Like,
but at the same time,
people will say, well, maybe it's someone else's turn. But at the same time, everybody loves Denzel Washington except for that one chick from Grey's Anatomy or whatever. And Macbeth is like a seminal work. Like, it is
right. I feel so sorry for him, man. I really do, because I really think if Denzel hadn't put this out, I think he might be a shoo-in for this. I think Smith could have been an absolute shoo-in for this, and part of it I can't help but think that would be because of Sidney Poitier's death, which also feels fucked up and wrong to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to just be like, just get that win any way you can. Like, nah, yo, like, you want to win it because you deserved it. Like, you don't want to win it as a charity. Like, and I want Will Smith to win it because he put his work in and he did a really fucking good job. But god damn it, dude, going up against Denzel on Macbeth of all movies, dude. Come on. You know when they announced the release date, Will Smith was like, nigga, come on, yo. Come on. You can't hold it for 1 year. You can't let me have this shit. You can't let me have it. Oh my God. Like, I want Denzel to win and just give it to Will Smith. Like, you just be like, you know what? It wasn't fair for me to show up this year.
He's like, I already got one of these. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you got it, dog. You got it, big dog. Don't worry about it. But nah, like, that's just that kind of luck. Like, you can't, like.
Oh man.
Nah, like, I bet if he had known that movie was coming out the same year, he would have been like, no, we need to hold this 1 year. Like, just relax. Just hold it for 1 year. Just we can release it January 1st. Just hold this shit for 1 year, please. Because I don't want to, like Denzel on a good day is amazing and hard to beat. Denzel doing Macbeth is a different story, dude. Like, and every review is like, yo, he's amazing. Every review has been phenomenal.
Of course. Like, this is the master class of acting. You know what I mean?
Boy, I can't wait.
You take one of the greatest actors, you take one of the greatest living actors on the planet, and you give him material from one of the world's most famous writers ever in human existence, and watch him make magic, yo. Like,
come on, man. Come on. With one of the greatest modern directors too. Like we can't sleep on that either. Like, and they're doing Denzel it in the classic style. Jesus,
Denzel Washington is playing a Scottish general. This black man from New York is playing a Scottish general.
Don't care
in this, right? And it don't matter, right?
Nah,
you say Shakespeare and black man, everybody thinks Othello.
Right.
Nah, fuck you, Macbeth, nigga.
Yeah, dude, and it's like, for people who've never seen Macbeth, if you've never seen that story is just ripe with tremendous moments of acting, right? Like Frances McDormand, look, don't sleep on her either, because Lady Macbeth is a super powerful role, dude. She gonna bring it.
Oh, of course.
She gonna bring it.
Oh, I know.
Dude.
Look, I like Frances McDormand. I can't wait to see this shit.
Dude,
I looked at it. I looked at my phone today. I was like, when does this movie come out? My wife was like, we were running through the movies that we have to watch. And I was like, Macbeth. She was like, when does that come out? I'm like, I think it's the 24th. What? It's not the 24th? It's available right now, nigga. We might have to turn this goddamn podcast off. It's available right now. Here's the fucking play button.
I gotta watch it with my wife. We're gonna watch it tomorrow.
We're watching this tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm super excited. It's my favorite play of all time, man. It really is. Next up, the CW's original programming might be going bye-bye. That's why I mentioned more on that later, earlier on. Apparently, a new report suggests that CW's potential sale by Warner Media and Viacom CBS could result in the network's original programming being scrapped. A bidding war for the CW took an unexpected turn when TV giant Nexstar placed the highest offer, which, if successful, could clean the network's original programming roster. So how it works is Nexstar they bought WGN America, and then they transformed it into News Nation, because they make a lot of money. Nexstar's revenue largely rotates around pricey political advertisements. The company's commercial decision mostly aimed to create ample airtime for future election years. For this reason, Nexstar's bid for a majority stake in the CW may mean additional or replacement news programming in the network's lineup. According to a source at News Nation, the potential deal had Nexstar executives salivating over the prospect of news hours, political adverts, and issue ads placed on CW's scheduling. So, I mean, maybe Just Issue happens, but it probably ain't going to be on the CW. I think all of that superhero stuff is getting moved to HBO Max.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It'll probably just get moved to HBO Max because, politics is, one, it's more important, and two, it's hot shit right now.
Big money.
Yeah, like that. Like they said, that's where all your fucking money is going. Because people just like this country is whipped up in a way that I've never seen before.
Yep.
Or maybe it's always been like this, and I just haven't been paying attention. But it's politics is like the one monkey don't stop no show. Like this is it. Like and all that stuff, all your teen drama bullshit. Get out of here.
Nah, they ain't got nothing on the amount of money that they're getting ready to make off of this shit. Like, nah, they'll toss Diggle's ass immediately. They can get a Trump ad on there for $10 million or whatever. So, sorry, Diggle, you go on HBO Max, if at all. But look, I mean, the thing is, it doesn't really matter if you're a fan of the CW programming. Well, I guess it matters if you're a fan of the CW program that's not DC stuff. I don't know how that stuff will shake out. But if you're a fan of like The Flash and all of those things, all those things are going to just move to HBO Max. They're not going to lose that. It's too big of a fan base. They're not going to just cancel it. Those other shows like the 4400 and all that other stuff, I don't know, man. I don't know if HBO Max gives a shit. Like, I just don't. I don't know that like if those audiences are not big enough, they're not going to care. They're just like, whatever. I'm not paying for that. So, look, good luck. If you're a huge CW fan, man, you're definitely going to lose some stuff that you like. I don't doubt it. I don't know that we have what the fuck stories this week, which is weird.
That's fine. We can just talk trailers and get the hell out of here.
All right. So let me cue up the first trailer. Is
while you do that, did you take a look at the trailer for Bel Air?
I did.
Docket,
what
do you think of that?
Here, let me hold on. Let me jump back so we don't look like two weirdos. What did I think of it? I thought it looked excellent. I really thought it was quite impressive. What did you think?
I see people complaining like, we don't need this. Well,
shut up.
You don't need anything, right?
Right.
Like, you don't need anything. And two, I don't. I'll give it a shot, but to be honest, I'll give it a shot because my wife wants to give it a shot.
Okay.
And I'm very curious to see how this pans out because, like, one of the things, like, everyone knows the Fresh Prince of Bel Air is comedy, but it did have its serious moments, and the serious moments are the serious episodes. Those are the episodes that people remember from that show,
right?
Because they were outliers, right? I wonder what there are going to be some comedic elements to it, right? It just won't be laugh out loud funny with a laugh track. But I'm curious as to the level of seriousness that they are going to go, because I don't want this to venture into like Tyler Perry soap opera territory.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I also understand that they're trying to tell a more grounded story. I'm curious. I think that kid looks exactly like a younger. He looks like he could have been one of Will Smith's kids.
He does. He's got the look. My thing is, I hadn't thought about that point about the sort of standouts for the serious episodes. But you're absolutely right. I don't know. It seems to me that it seems like it's hitting the right it's hitting the right points as far as a dramatic take on the original. It's a clever idea. Like, I remember the guy who like did the video originally and like kind of pitched it to Will Smith, and he was like, "Yo, this is a dope idea to kind of do this." I think it looks fun, like not haha fun or anything, but I think it looks like a clever and interesting idea. I'll watch it. Like, I think it could put a spin on this that it needs, that a straight reboot would fail on, because it would try to just be like, we're doing the same thing they did before, but like we're better at it. Like, nah, like they already nailed it.
You can't do what you did before. It's just not. Even if you did, like, it wouldn't go over well. You know what I mean?
No,
like
it would be handicapped immediately.
Right. It's Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I mean, everybody liked it, but it was goofy and it was of the time.
Right.
Like, if that shit came out now, if the exact same show came out now, but you didn't have it back then, it wouldn't work. So I'm curious. I'm curious enough to watch the first episode. I like how, like, Jeffrey's a younger dude and he's a house manager.
Yeah, he's
not a butler. Nah, you a butler, yo. You a butler. But
okay.
but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Look, I am impressed that someone came up with this idea and was able to make this thing happen.
Yeah,
so
I mean, basically,
for that alone, it deserves at least one episode watch from me.
Right. I mean, it's like this guy basically pitched it by just making a video and throwing it up on YouTube. Like, that's incredible. Like, so good on him, man. Good on him. I mean, in that original like pitch trailer, was really good, and this I think somehow looks even better. So, good on them. I think it was dope. All right, let's talk about A24's new horror movie coming up called X. The premise for this is that you've got like these people who go out to some farmhouse and they're secretly shooting a porn. And it's in the 70s clearly. And then like things go awry. Like what did you think of this trailer?
I think this looks amazing. I think this movie looks super fun. So the plot, at a secluded farmhouse in Texas, a film crew arrives to shoot an adult film. Their hosts, a reclusive elderly couple, take a special interest in their young guests. As night falls, the couple's leering interest turns violent. One thing that I like horror movies, but I like blatant, like, I like silly horror movies, right? Like guys in hockey masks and engineers with death traps and shit.
Right.
Shit like this is spooky to me. But it's the type of spooky that I will watch, like creepy people doing creepy shit. But I will watch it.
Right.
And this looks like some Resident Evil 7 shit to me.
Yeah.
And I am digging it, man.
Yeah, look, I think this looks very cool. I think the music is really dope in it. That 70s vibe really works, considering
it's got a real grindhouse,
feel to it. Yeah.
Aesthetic going on.
Yeah. So I'm all in for this. I think it looks very cool. I've never watched Hereditary, which I hear is very good. I am a known chicken, so I don't really rush out to see a lot of.
I heard that's not scary. I'll have to watch that. I heard it's not scary.
Okay. I've also heard that, but I've also heard it's very good. Doesn't have to necessarily be terrifying to work, but I think X looks dope. I'm all in for this. I really am. Let's cut back a little bit. So while I'm preparing the next one, look, I think A24 once again knows what they're doing. Like they're really
single-handedly creating all of the movies that everyone says they wish movies would be.
Yeah,
they're bringing them to screens. So
yeah, pretty much. All right. Next up, let's talk about Kimmy. This is Steven Soderbergh's new movie. Look, at one point in time, Steven Soderbergh said that he was retiring from making movies, and I believe I went on this podcast and called Steven Soderbergh a liar. I'm happy to say that, dude, I told you. Like, of course he was gonna keep making movies. It's Steven Soderbergh. But you know what I will also say about Steven Soderbergh? Turning out to be one of my favorite directors of all time. Like,
Yeah, I like his
Kind of
movies.
like top 5 for me, man. Like, oh, Steven Soderbergh is doing a movie? I'll see it. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's doing a TV show? I'll see it. Like, the dude just has a style about him, and he just like, he can make a compelling fucking story. Like, he just does. This Kimmy, starring Zoe Kravitz, the premise here is that Zoe Kravitz works for like a social media company, I guess, and she witnesses, or she thinks she hears someone being killed, like, and it's like a premeditated murder, and so then like people are after her as she's trying to take it to her boss, and then there's like an aspect of like sort of like surveillance with some sort of like, you know, Alexa or Google device listening and finding her location. So it's like clearly a meta commentary on like tech as well.
Well, the thing with Zoe Kravitz's character, one, this is during COVID-19. Like the movie itself is taking place within the story
Universe.
of the movie is taking place during COVID-19. Two, Zoe Kravitz's character is agoraphobic. Like,
Right.
she is afraid to go outside. So, and she's like, this is why she's having like, this is why she looks paranoid, right? Because, and so you couple the agoraphobia with the actual paranoia, the paranoia story.
Right.
And it looks interesting. It also feels like it was like I don't know if it was shot during COVID-19. I would imagine so, but it looks interesting, and yeah, I'd check it out. It's coming to HBO Max February 10th.
Easy peasy. Easy for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I would check this out.
Yeah. Look, again, Steven Soderbergh, easily one of my favorite directors. So yeah, look, I'll see it. No problem. And look, I think Zoe Kravitz is getting like a real push, which is dope. Like, for her to be doing the Batman and then jumping into stuff like this too. That's awesome. Like, she's come along as an actor. Like, at first I thought, oh well, she's just, you know, I thought that she was just, oh, she's a famous person's kid. Of course she's, you know, an actor. Right. But like, no, I actually really enjoy her acting. Yeah. And I think she's really good at it. So yeah, because she was in X-Men 1, right? Like, or First Class? She was in First Class. Yeah. Yeah. That wasn't her fault. That wasn't her fault. I'm sorry. I don't think that movie's very good. But yeah, but I'm looking forward to this. This looks super interesting. This looks really good. So shout out to Steven Soderbergh, man, for once again piquing my interest. All right, I think that's it. Unless you have another cupcake story there, buddy. No, not at all. Unless you want to hear about him being happy taking big poops. But you know. Good night, everybody. All right, we will see you guys next week. See ya.